Thank you for tuning in to a social agent webinar. Today it's myself, Michael Michelini, and Renne Koo, and we're going to go through a demo of the social agent system, and Renne, as one of our top agents, is going to give some stories and case studies of her experiences with the system and her work.
All right.
Okay, Renne. So let's just introduce each other. My name is Michael Michelini. My Chinese name is Mai Li Mi. I'm American born, um, from many different parts of the world. A lot of times Chinese people think Americans are all the same, but I'm Italian, French, Canadian, and Russian. I've been doing online websites since 1999, e-commerce since 2003, and I came to China at the end of 2007. For many years, I was doing this e-commerce and sourcing. For the past year and a half, I've been working full-time on this new venture that you're dialing in today, which is the socialagent.me project, which is helping companies find sales agents to build leads and sales starting in China, but also globally. We have on the call Renne. So Renne is one of our top agents, and we're really lucky to have her on the call. Renne, do you want to
Hello.
can you just quickly introduce yourself to everyone?
I'm very simple. My name is Renne. Yeah, I've just been get involved in some projects from social agents. It's quite good. Yeah, everything is doing well.
Okay, and she's in Shanghai today, right? You're in Shanghai? And I'm down in Shenzhen, China. And so we're going to be doing this all online. And any questions people have, there's about 8 people on the call today. So any questions, we definitely are open to it. If you want to type the questions into your dashboard, or if you want to even do a voice, maybe raise your hand if you have a microphone, and you could even get a voice message. Maybe we'll hold the voice messages till the end. And of course, any feedback is always appreciated. There's also a chat section in there if people can understand it. Okay, so let's just go into what is Social Agent. SocialAgent.me is an international social lead generation platform. So there's two sides of users. There's the agents like Renne, and they're looking for finding a new job to make some extra money and to become an elite talent. It's a little bit of Chinglish there, but they want to learn how to be effective with international companies. A lot of times, people working in one country want to deal with business with other countries, especially in China. And for the other type of user is our clients or our companies, and they're looking to find agents to hopefully find customers and buyers and to build long-term relationships. So for the past year, we've been focused in the Chinese market, and just for the past about a month, we've been working on some international or overseas projects in the US and other countries. So we want to be a global platform and a global marketplace to help people build more sales leads and grow their businesses globally. This is a very overwhelming slide, but it's overwhelming on purpose. Social media, I think, to many businesses is very mysterious, and they don't know, like maybe they know they need a Facebook page or a Weibo account, or they need something, and they maybe need to post something every day or every other day. But they don't really know how to make it work for their business to make positive ROI or positive return on investment. How do they get benefit from all of this marketing and posting and content? So, that's basically the main problem that we as social agent are addressing is how do companies better take advantage of social media to get leads and to build more prospects for their business pipeline or funnel. So the idea here is how do I find the customers? And finding is one step, right? You can maybe search inside Twitter or Facebook or Weibo or other social media platforms and find people that are talking about your business or in your business, but then how do you reach those people? How do you get them to acknowledge you and to reply to you and understand what you want? So those are the two main parts, and then we'll kind of use this diagram. So that's your end customer. Maybe they're in America or Europe or the US. And we have these agents as a third party between you as a business owner or a company and between the client, either a B2B or a B2C user or a consumer of your service or product. And they're the ones getting introduced by these agents to your business. So some benefits of an agent is, we are international, so the agents are familiar with their local markets. We've worked primarily with Western businesses into the Chinese market, but we're starting to test in the US market and the European market for local agents there. So they are understanding of the local culture, the local market, the language, of course, and how business is done. And they also are understanding which type of industry you're in. They're interested and familiar and have experience in that industry. And they know that their job or their deliverable is to deliver prospects. They're not just working on posting comments or posting messages on social media. And they want to build relationships. It's a win-win for everyone. They're not there to spam or to do harmful or negative things, because it's not going to be effective for them as an agent to do that for a long-term relationship and to earn a living. So how does it work? We have this flow chart here. It's free to list. Some people think we should charge a access fee, but as we just really want to get a lot of people using our system, it's free to post. So you can go to socialagent.me and create a free account. This is for the client, and then you can post a sales job, which is a product or service in your company that you want to build sales or sales leads for. After posting that job, agents will be applying and reviewing your job. I also can help you you can ask me questions directly. Maybe your prices are too low, or you're not clear enough of what people want. So you could update your profile. Once you post it, you're not forced to keep that exact post. You can edit it and optimize it and learn from it. So after posting it, you'll have agents applying and asking questions, and then they will, once accepted, they'll go through their social media or their contacts or other means. We'll have Renne maybe explain some of the ways she's done it, but they'll look for leads that match your company profile and your lead profile. And then they're convincing friends or people that they meet to try your product or service. They will send you these leads, as we call them hot leads, which is fitting the criteria of a qualified lead that you've defined in your job post. And then either you as a client can accept the lead or reject, but usually when rejecting, unless it's totally not qualified, hopefully there's a way that the agent can maybe continue to cultivate that lead to build it to a point where it's acceptable by you as a client. And then you get these hot leads, and you as a client or your team will convert that to a sale and then increase revenue from your campaigns. So the key of social media, I am personally been in the internet space for a long time, and I think everybody used to go to Google or maybe Baidu to search for what's good or what solutions, but now people are asking questions to their friends on all these different social media channels, and they're looking for people to recommend products or services to them that are in their friends' network. So this is something that we believe we're helping to solve. Now, why are we the right solution? So Social Agent is a real company. I'm a real person. Renne's a real person.
Of course.
And you only pay when you get a hot lead. And the agents also, everybody, it's all about security, both sides. So we, as a social agent platform, are holding the escrow and releasing it to the agent to ensure that both sides feel secure, that one is the client's going to get paying for what they asked for, and that the agent is also paid for the work that they do. Convenience is our second point. So we have no long-term commitment. That means, we work on a deposit, and some clients start as low as 100 or 200 US dollars, and some go maybe $1,000. And then as you get more comfortable, you can increase or decrease your spend, but it's based on transactions. So it's very convenient. We've actually learned that a lot from our users over time. and it's very fast to hire an agent. It's technically contracting them, but they can get started right away, and there's not really a lot of paperwork. And then there's different ways of finding leads, so you can really diversify the way that your business is getting reach by having different types of agents going to trade fairs or going to different internet avenues. And the third point is savings. Well, I can't wait for Renee. I'll just get through these first few slides, but she'll share. But we've saved a lot of just travel. I think a lot of times in international business, a huge expense is just the airfare and the hotels, right? So we are able to have our clients represented at different fairs in different parts of China or different parts of the world. And then the training costs. A lot of times people will send their colleagues or themselves will go from their home country. So just that alone has a huge effect, and also it's usually more effective. So here's some profiles. Renee's there on the fourth point. So these we're actually updating this technology a lot. So the profile page is going to get much more detailed. We've been listening to a lot of feedback. So these are 4 different profiles, and the way the profile is currently laid out is their name, where they're located, are they able to visit the company? What that means, it's kind of a little bit of a loose term, but that means maybe that they're willing or able to go out of their home or work environment to meet at a fair or meet an office, depending on the kind of broad project that they're working on. And then capacity, that means if they're able to do it in a full-time fashion or only part-time. Industry experience, we give the agent 3 different choices of industries that they are familiar with or interested in doing sales of, and then an open paragraph of their experience. So where maybe you can read a couple, some are shorter than others, and this is where they get to kind of sell themselves to you as the client. So here's a couple of different examples. I'll do the first example, and then the second example, Renee, if you want to talk about the property project after.
Yeah.
Okay, so first I'll do this
Any
first.
question?
I'll help you
Actually,
with
I
it,
need. Okay.
but maybe I'll just
Yeah,
finish
actually,
one.
it's
Okay, if you wanna, do you wanna go now? We
yeah,
have some.
sure.
Okay, we'll do the luxury property first. I'll go to the slide. This is some pictures. This is Renee here on the top left. So this is. Do you want to explain this story?
Oh, yeah, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because we have great people in the group, and I have just got a great job and a great project to sign up with the exclusive Beijing agent for 20 million euro for 2-year contracts. Maybe it's forever because it's continued by year. Because after you purchase the property in Spain, actually the properties in Spain, and they'll be forever for the whole lifestyle. Yeah, whole lifetime. Yeah, the Spain company just fly to Beijing last week to sign up, and we joined the exhibition again. And we got a few deals and some small projects. And here we have some cooperation agents, cooperation partners to help to gain all the sales goal. And we'll be going to be super busy in the nearly half year or nearly 2 years, and we will send more and more Chinese clients to go to Spain for the inspection trip and to see the house and to see the legal work and to go through all the immigration process and hope everything's going on well. I guess it will be, and we just make sure everything's moving really smooth because we prepare and they put a lot of effort at the beginning.
Okay. So yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Do you want? We'll work together, Renee. I think I'll ask some questions. Again, it doesn't happen right away. I mean, I think it was pretty fast, but I think it was maybe 3 months ago we started this project.
I start from September.
Oh, September. Okay, maybe for me, I was talking to the client a little bit
Yes,
earlier.
1 month ago with Ian.
Okay, yeah, and he's in Spain, and he's a property developer, and he has never been to China. His first trip was just like 1 or 2 weeks ago, right? And you met him, Renee. So he had never
Right,
been.
the first time with Sean, another sales director, and with Ian, the founder, Ian Komarski, and I was explained for the situation, how to purchase property in Spain and anything new. and any kind of immigration and legal work, because he owns a legal and a lawyer building, so it's all legal work.
Okay, great. So he came to a social agent, and he had never been to China, had no experience, but he knew that there were potential. He sees potential buyers from China coming to Spain to see his properties, and he wanted to get more proactively to target the Chinese market. So
Yeah.
he knew about a trade fair in Shanghai, and he was asking me about it. And then I thought of Renne, so
Yeah,
we
I'm lucky
connected
person.
connected Renne to the client Ian, and you went for the 3 days. And I think it's also good for the listeners to know that there was some marketing cost up front too. It wasn't just on a per lead. In this case, you needed to cover your time and your travel to go to the fair, and that was agreed up front by the client and you. So you were paid on a daily rate to go to the fair, and then you brought these reports back. It was really amazing. You made a PowerPoint and you took photographs with some of the potential cooperations, like the one on the top left, and
Yes, of course.
yeah, it was really good, and
Because one picture is worth thousands of the words to show up.
yeah, yeah, I think it was really good idea. So the report, I was also I also received a copy, and you also updated the social agent system so that it was kept inside the online tool for the client to refer to later and comment on. And then one of the people you met at the fair was very excited about this, and he went.
Yeah, well, yeah, because Ian Komarski Properties just sent me a link to go one exhibition, just at the left, two PPT, the pages. And during the same time, I got another invitation because the day after, another luxury property exhibition is happening in different places. So I would just run two places and to get a, yeah, just to go direct to search any kind of property related to Spain, because they are really quite interesting just only for Spain property, and especially for the south, east south. The Costa Blanca just beside of the ocean. So I finally got this guy in the top. He's they are actually an agent dealing with some Chinese clients for the Spain property, especially in the Barcelona, for quite a long time, more than 10 years experience. They have the office and the branches, everything's down in Barcelona. So I talked to the guy, and I cause a kind of a special. They are really knowledgeable people, and I talk to, and they have the video, everything to show up, and I have some suggestions. I said, oh, it's really nice. And I go down the next page. Actually, it's called CBN Network, who bring all the Chinese clients to go to Europe to see the different property, not only for the Spain, maybe UK, maybe France, maybe different country, just in the Europe. So they will have some huge database and to help. And also we met this time in Beijing exhibition. One of the colleagues caught the bus, took another, always busy flight to London, and took another group of the Chinese clients already in the London. So he sent a colleague in Beijing so to visit, and we do the promotion about the Spain first time in a Komarski property with a European property. We send up the contract. So to promote 45 property this time. We signed 100 property exclusivity. So we will continue work on more and more, because maybe this time 100, next time we will have 500 more just belong to the east south Spain for some ocean, just beside of the ocean, sea villas, some land, olive land, or golf apartment or golf villas. So for pre-owned or new buildings, or some still under construction, we're finishing next year. Most of the house is really good view, because we met a couple of even the agents, some English people work on some Portuguese property just next to Spain. But the tax is really good right now for the Spain property compared with the Portuguese country. So they are looking for even for some new properties, quite interesting for some good property deeds from the Spain. Ian was happy, say, oh, it's really good for him because the legal work fee charge and also the tax charge, and it's really only half or more than half than the next country, this neighbor country between the Portuguese and Spain and France, and even a lot of European latest really hot market in Spain right now. They everyday sell the property in Spain for Scandinavia, for example, for Scandinavian clients, France clients for some reasons, and then some English, Irish regular clients. So this is a really good year to close the deal in 2013 and move on to 2014. We hope so.
Okay, thank you so much, Renee. So I'd just like to kind of like hit some highlights. So after the fair, I think one client met Ian, our client in Barcelona, after like a couple of weeks. I think he was already maybe planning to go to Europe anyway, but it was still amazing that you helped arrange. It was a little bit hard actually with the hotel confirming right and the timing, but they did make a meeting in Barcelona, and then later Ian, the client, flew out to Beijing and then to Shanghai, and Renee, that was actually like November 1st, a couple weeks ago, right? I wish I could have made it, but I'm down in
Yeah,
the
sure.
south, and I have some personal things taken care of now. But that was amazing, and things are moving along well, and that was his first trip to China was for a deal that was already kind of really farther along. Um, just to kind of contrast that with some other experience I have in the past, a lot of times a client from the U.S. or Europe, I have done a lot of consulting in the past for e-commerce and just general business. A lot of times, a Western business owner will just kind of come to China maybe to go to a trade fair by themselves, and they'll maybe get a lot of name cards, and then they won't know what to do after. They'll fly back to their home country, and then they'll try to email these name cards, and then during the U.S. time zone or the European time zone, which maybe is a nighttime in China, and then the it's all English, and it's very and it's Chinese usually don't really like email. I think sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, long emails. So a lot of times the communication breaks down. So I think in this case it was much more effective because Renee kind of really got the deal started and the introductions going and made sure that the connections happened so that the first time that Ian came to China, it was very well prepared. Um, so so it's really
Personally, they are really excited the first time, yeah, first trip in China.
yeah.
Both of Ian and Sean.
Yeah. So, so I'm just gonna give a second example. This one Renee wasn't involved with. If she wants to be, she could. This is a Agape event. So they're down in Shenzhen, in the city I live in, and it's by Alexander. So he sells us French wine. He's actually from his hometown in France, and he has a shop in Futian district of Shenzhen. And he's never really gotten a client on the internet. His website is not so well optimized, and he has no social media. So when I met him earlier in the summer. He was amazed that he could pay some just a deposit to bring qualified leads without having to really. He didn't want to create a social media account. He didn't want to post every day. He didn't mind that the agents use their own profiles, their own accounts. He was just interested in having deal flow or qualified potential buyers of his wine, and also his wine tasting events. So this is a photo on the top left of one of the wine tasting events that Social Agent had promoted, and these are a mix of the client himself, some agents, and some attendees. On the left side is mostly attendees, and they're mostly high. Alex wanted only high level like executives or management of businesses. In the middle, Vanessa, the she works with Alex, the blonde girl from France, and then Alex in the middle. On the right, very right, there's two more clients, but in the salmon shirt is our agent Sam, and he's also one of our top agents. He's a real outgoing, passionate person. And then the pink dress is Missy. She's also an agent. She was not the main agent. She was supporting Sam. So sometimes what happens is one agent's kind of like the lead agent, and then they have their other agents that they've met through our meetups or our online tool to help each other. So she was helping Sam with this specific event, but this would be a monthly event, and it's been a really great way for Alex also to get qualified. He also mostly got his previous clients or sales from referrals from business owners and going to events for like mostly in English, English events with like American Chamber of Commerce or European Chamber of Commerce. So he didn't get much chance to really have local Chinese coming to his shop or his events. So this is just another example. Here are the rules of engagement. This is a little bit more of a kind of a further explanation of the system and how it works. So this is after kind of your job has been posted and after some agents are applying. Once the deal is made, um, you would then define a certain amount of budget. So we can't disclose too much of every client on the call, but some clients maybe want to have the marketing budget. So for example, with Renne, the amount was a little bit higher than usual because there was the rate for the going to the fair. She also printed name cards and she printed brochures to bring. So again, that's paid in dollars by credit card, PayPal, or bank transfer. We're also looking at other payment ways that people prefer, and we're open-minded to make it as easy as possible. And then it's held in our escrow, and then you will see it as a client, and the agent, once you hire that agent, he or she will see that the money is pending for him or her to receive upon delivery of the work or the leads. So then the agents will start working on delivering hot leads, and then the payment is released. Again, just to kind of protect the client, it's um, held for a little bit to be processed and also ensure that there's no kind of um, kind of negative things happening or something the client's not aware of. So after the products end, the agent receives their payments from social agents in the currency that they prefer. So if in China it's in RMB, renminbi. We're really close to launching our app. We have kind of a limited version Android. I think Renee's used it a little bit, but it's we got a lot of constructive feedback. A lot of agents use iPhones, so I have in my hand actually an iPhone app I'm testing. It's not yet been submitted to the App Store. I hope to do that later today. But I think what's going to happen is a lot of the agents, because they're sales and BD and marketing people, they're on the move and they're not usually in front of their laptops. So they're really anxious to get this app so that they can check the jobs that you're posting and they can also add leads for the client to submit. So this is coming. Android, I should upload the newest version again this week, and then App Store takes time to get approved. So should be submitted today. All the major bugs have been worked out. So this is very exciting, and will really be client can log in, create an account on the website, and post a sales opportunity or a job, and then it will push to the agent, and the agent will then view the job, apply directly from their mobile phone. So this is some exciting news. If for both clients and agents, it's free to sign up and create an account on www.socialagent.me. For clients, I like to say it's or maybe once the mobile app is online, it'll be faster. But it just seems a little bit of a time to kind of get the agents to review your job and understand your job and apply, and maybe for you to reply back and confirm everything before you hire. So I just like to say allow 1 to 2 weeks to kind of confirm your agents. That's just a little bit of kind of a little bit bargaining, and we're trying our best to make that as smooth, as seamless as possible. I have a couple of screenshots, and this is our homepage. we've worked very hard to make a nice video there, and actually the name Renne in the video is Renne on the call. So I used Renne's name as the agent.
Cartoon Renee, Cartoon Ray.
Yeah, that's Cartoon Renne there. So you can watch our videos, minute and a half, and read our website and adding more testimonials. We'll have to add Ian there soon, right? Renne, I haven't added him, but there's different case studies and industry news and the agents directories, so you can view agent profiles. And after that, you can then click sign up, and you choose which side you want to be as a client, which means you are posting the job, or the buyer, we call it, of the sales leads. And then you want to find the local agent, and this is just some of our marketing terms I wrote up. And then if you sign up as an agent, that means you're a seller of leads, or you want to earn money for leads, and you'll be notified of the sales opportunities, get connected with different companies, and find stuff that you like to sell to your network. For the clients, when you're posting a job, we're working on a guide. I think there's some people even on the call today that have asked me for a guide, but we're working on a guide to make this easier. But the job title, this should be a little bit of a description. This is what the agent will see for at the very beginning on their app or on their website. So it's try to be as clear as possible of what you're selling and to who. The description is explaining it more fully, your company and your product. Lead requirements is this is what you consider as a client, what is a qualified lead. A qualified lead is maybe a meeting, a phone call, or a sale, or just maybe an introduction. An agent requirement, this is if you have specific requirements of what kind of agents can apply to your job or that you're looking for. And then the last section is your total leads that you're trying to get, and then how much you'll pay for that many leads. So you got to do a little bit of math, but if you want 20 leads for $1,000, for example, that would be $50. I know a lot of people say how much should I post? This is something we're going to get more and more experience on as we go, but there's different industries and there's different requirements that the clients seem to have. I say a low is $10 and a high is maybe $50. We also like to incentivize the agents to give them some kind of a bonus or commission on a sale. That is hard for us to track, so we kind of got to trust the client, but also the agent will be talking to the buyer. So, I don't think that the client really wants to try to risk avoiding paying the commission. I think that they should be happy to pay commission. So it's a little bit hard for us to track automatically. So you'd have to report back to the in the system that there was a sale that happened, and then that the agent would get that bonus. But we really recommend that. So it's kind of a mix of the base, and the base is how much you're paying for the leads, and then the kind of commission is a bonus or a sale, a commission on the order. And then you can view the job profiles, and you can not job, agent profiles, and you can and then chat with them and invite them to view your job. And we're working on getting this to be searchable and filtered by industry or location. So again, this is in the workflow. Here is a little bit of a very busy screen, but this is the lead details page on the web browser. And once a lead is submitted by the agent, if there's a photo, it'll be from social media. If they don't have a social media profile, it'll not show the profile photo. But this is where you verify or deny the lead once it's submitted. If you verify, that means that you've accepted this lead, and it will be then credited to the agent for delivery. If you deny it, we hope you could leave a reason why, and then let the agent maybe continue to work on it, or if you think it's totally not worth the agent's time to spend more time on it, you can just explain why this is not a qualified or target lead. And it'll show you which agent submitted it, the folder that it's in, and other details and notes that can be left, and how much it's the value. Also, there's the notes. So this is where you interact with the agent. You can tell the agent feedback, or they can give you feedback about it, and you can have a little bit of a conversation below. And here's kind of the lead list. So this is another overwhelming one. On the left column is the list of the leads from different client or different agents, and on the right is the lead details. You can see there's some conversation is where did you find this person, or it can go back and forth. Just to kind of go through quickly, I already covered this, but just to kind of wrap up how it works again from the beginning. You list a product or service as a sales job inside socialagent.me, and then agents will be applying, and you can accept or decline their application or chat to them through the system. Or we don't mind you talk on Skype. We encourage it. Of course, maybe there's some people that worry you won't work on Social Agent, but we believe our system is good, and that you'd want to use our system for the security. So you can chat offline if you like. And then after they're confirmed, they will go to social media, or maybe their address book or phone book, or online platforms to find these leads, introduce them to try your product, send you these hot leads, and then you accept or decline as we just explained, and then convert these to become customers, and hopefully make some money and reinvest it back into our some of it back into our social agent system. That's all we have for the presentation. I try to be as accessible as possible. Of course, I'm on social media. Most of my accounts are my last name, Michelini, so Twitter or Weibo or WeChat or Facebook, and my email is mike@socialagent.me. And of course, our website is the best place to view all of our information, create an account. We'll also link to our apps once they're launched. If there's some questions, I'm going to try to keep up with questions. I see a couple in here. Okay, so a question is, how many agents do we have in China, and which province? So we have about 500 agents signed up. We've done a couple of different PR campaigns, and for the most part, it is a little bit heavier in the south of China, because our company is in Shenzhen and Hong Kong for the most part. So I would say about 50% are in Guangdong province. But like Renne on the call is in Shanghai, and we have maybe 20% or so in the Shanghai or central coastal region of China, and then maybe another 20 or so percent up in the Beijing or north part of China. If people raise their hand, I could also turn your mic on. We're almost at an hour. We're at 45 minutes. I have a poll, so I'm going to launch a poll to see if you understood our system. If you could help answer those. Okay, so Renne, thank you for your time today.
Oh, thanks, Michael. Thanks for the listeners.
Okay, that's great. And Renne has a profile on Social Agent, and I think, are you
Yeah, it
open?
always surprises me.
I always surprise
Oh,
her.
yeah, it's made me excited actually.
Yeah, this is a new way. We're trying these online webinars because people maybe have
Me too.
questions.
I'm so anxious to get involved more and more.
Okay, great. Thanks, Renee. Yeah, we like to
Yeah,
try.
everyone have a good day.
Okay, so if I don't see any new questions, and we'll put this. If you sign up as a in the system, we'll put a link to the PDF version of the PowerPoint, so you can download that. And thank you guys so much for tuning in.